See my face. Hey, there we are.
Yay.
All right. Okay. So,
Close
all
my
right. We
tabs.
don't have any like little people helping us out with the entire, YouTube thing. So, I'm gonna take a minute here to send all the links out to get everything done. Because yeah.
Do
Hold
the
on. Before we
important
begin the interview, I got to do the music. Got to do everything. Got to put the mid rolls. Got to do all that. Because I don't know. First live show. All right. So let me send out those links, and then we'll get the show on the road.
Sounds good.
All right. So put it on here. Oh, so I guess this is James. Everybody knows James, right? Well, we'll do this in a minute.
Be strong.
Okay. Did you post it on your links?
Yep.
Okay.
Not Twitter yet. I don't know. I'm going through the roll here.
Yo. Kevin Guzman. Hello. Hey, Kevin Guzman.
Uzi on the Discord in the house.
Okay, great.
He's a new jet, actually. I don't know if you want to say. Sorry for sharing that if you don't want to share it, but yeah, you're a new jet.
Oh, okay, new jet.
Yeah.
He's a midget. I'm like,
he's a midget. Sorry if you didn't know.
Okay, all right.
No, he's a huge, strong man.
That's good. That's good. Good to know. All right. Post them on Facebooks. Because I just got home like 15 minutes ago, so I was like rushing to put everything together.
What kind of hours are you working? I guess we shouldn't start yet, but
no, it's fine. I finish at 8:50.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty late, and train ride's pretty long. So, I probably should put some information here. We are live right now. So much fun. All right.
Let's see
here. My first live show. We are live. Oh, I'm getting buzzed. BLK UNK. Past my bedtime, but wanted to say hello and good night. Well, hello, BLK UNK. Thanks for joining us. You can always watch this later. We'll re-upload it later. I'm probably going to trim this fat when I put it up on the podcast. You see it live. So, but this is live. You got to do things on time, otherwise, people get upset, or I get upset anyway. Okay. All right. Oh, oops. All right.
Kevin Guzzi here declaring that he is a new jet and he's also a midget. So both covering all the bases there.
Okay. All right. Well, we didn't mean that derogatorily. Just
I know he's lying.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
That would be interesting to know if anyone has. I mean, I'm sure it's happened, but I would like to interview that person actually. Being a jet, being a midget on jet, I wonder if you have to get past two barriers, kind of. Hey, I'm the new foreigner here, and also I'm a midget. As in things people haven't. It's not a regular seen sight. You know what I mean?
The Peter Dinklage of what is it?
Game
Jets.
Yeah.
Making midgets great again. Anyway. Okay, there we go. We are live. Okay. Post a link there. Publish now. All this fun stuff. All right, that's done there. Okay, it's on there. It's on the Facebook. Shoot, did I do the Twitter? Oh, you did in Twitter anyway, so.
Yeah. Just you can retweet it up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just do that. That sounds good. Get your ad mention here. Okay. I wish I had the little people helping me so I can do all this little stuff, but I don't. I guess we could just ask Kevin. No, I'm just joking. All right. Okay. All right. Let me get out the music, and then we can
start now.
Yep. Turn everything off. How do I sound, by the way? Everything sound okay?
Good for me. How about
me? No any of that? All right.
How about me? My levels here. Let's check. Yeah. How about me? Okay. Sound?
Yeah, you sound great to me. I mean, I don't know.
I didn't edit.
You do a podcast, so I imagine you got the sound down pat now. Or I hope you do anyway.
It's a work in progress. No, yeah, it's okay.
Is it? I mean, like,
Google Hangouts is not something. It's kind of a different animal, though. You know.
Is it? I guess that's true.
You know, set up stupid settings are different and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let me get out the music. Then
make sure
it's go time.
Can't stand up anymore because I don't have the pants on. So.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
Like
fully
Dave
clothed.
Letterman or something?
Yeah, fully clothed.
All right. Where is that? Let's see here. Okay. All right. One moment here and pull this here, pull that there. Let's see here. Don't judge. All Gucci. Okay. It's good to see some YouTube people out there. How was your day today, James? Why don't I ask you that? Got you on the line.
Yeah, just chilling. A lot of working.
Working and chilling.
Yep, stuff to finish the podcast for this week. I always like to put it up at midnight tonight, but I don't know if it's going to be close to not making that, but it'll be up.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, you did this live, so you don't have to edit it? Because that's the biggest hassle of podcasts for sure.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm going to edit out this first part.
Yeah, okay.
Put this up on the podcast later, so if you want to listen to it. Well, I imagine people do. I can't look at any of the traffic for iTunes, though.
I mean, for how many listens you get?
Yeah, I mean, all I can see is, do you know where to look for that? Is that anywhere?
No, the iTunes doesn't share it. So you got to, I don't know, where do you upload it? You just upload it to YouTube? Or no, iTunes can't grab from YouTube, right?
Yeah, no, I upload on YouTube, and I also upload it on, what is it? Really, might have to do this way? All right, well, okay. Yeah, no, I upload it on iTunes, I upload it on YouTube, and that's it. I mean,
okay. So you use directly to iTunes then?
Yeah, directly to iTunes.
Okay. So I don't know. I got to use Libsyn, and then that has all the stats. You know how many people download it because it's there, but that costs money every month.
All right. Okay, I found it. I think we're ready to start. Ready to do this thing.
Ready.
Wait, where'd you go? Lost you.
I mean,
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
No, as I'm looking for the windows, I mean, I'm kind of talking to myself, so doing all those great things that people in their 30s do. All right. Sam says, "Why is there no naked men or gay sex going on during this live stream? I thought I was coming to watch the Garfield the movie." Wait, what? I don't remember that in Garfield the movie.
That's for the Patreon supporters above a $50 level.
Oh, okay. Right. We have a minimum.
That's after the show.
All right. Well, let's get this show on the road so I can
get to that.
Trim this part out of the. See, kids, this is the reason why you show up live. You get to see the nitty gritty of all of it. All right. So. Trim this part. Whoa. Getting echoes here. Let me edit this out. Okay. All right. Now we're ready to go. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Oh, boy. All right. That didn't work out as well as I thought it would. I'll work on that. Work in progress. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Why Come Japan. I'm your host, Mr. Rad Culture, Mr. Radrey, whatever it is you want to call me. I'm here today with Mr. ALT Insider Podcast James, or whatever name it is you go by on the interwebs. Or
hey. Yeah. I am James, or you can call me ALT Insider, whatever is fine for you. But how's it going, everybody? Nice to have you here. Nice to be with here. Past guest on my show, Radrey here.
That's right. I guess the first question I got to ask, this is not something I wrote down in, before I decided to do this interview. How does it feel to be inside?
Well, the first time, it doesn't last long, the feeling.
It doesn't? Okay.
But over the years, you get used to it, and it kind of extends a little bit longer and longer. Still not that long, but it's a very satisfying feeling for sure.
All right. So I got to say, this is the first interview I've done where an interview interviews an interviewer.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, not having to think about questions.
Yeah, right? Well, that's true. I guess I'm the interviewer interviewing the interviewer while in an interview. Interviewception. I need a soundboard.
I know.
All right, I could just be my own soundboard. Okay, so do you like watching talk shows or listening to podcasts where an interviewer interviews an interview for an interview? I gotta ask. Like,
Sometimes.
We're kind of small people here on the interwebs.
Yeah.
Is there anything like you, man, look at myself, like these pictures making me self-conscious. All right. No, I mean, like sometimes you have interviewers like, what is it? Like David Letterman or Stephen Colbert nowadays who interview themselves. Do you ever like watching those kind of interviews?
It's interesting. I mean, they never do the same exact thing they do with guests, though, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, it's fine. I can tell a good interviewer right away. Like they just know how to do it.
What? Okay, that's a good question. What makes a good interview?
Someone that can make anyone interesting. That's what I'm working on. That's what I have to work on the most. Because sometimes you have people that are on, they're not the most interesting person. So the goal of your interview should be to find what's interesting about that person and share it in the best way, right? That's what I think. But it's not easy.
Oh, really? Well, okay. Well, I mean, that's true. Because one thing I've had from living in Japan is sometimes you get like these. I mean, no offense, Japanese people, but I mean, like sometimes I get like these really short, like one-word answers, and it's sort of like they're in a class where they have to talk, right? Mm-hmm. And then I have to like force the questions out of them. So a lot of the time, it just ends up being just being crazy and talking, and I get a lot out of it, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a little different. That's like you're like interviewing for other people to listen to is a little different, right? Than like interviewing a student. You know what I mean?
That's true. I don't know. I've always enjoyed watching interviewers, but I mean, so I gotta ask, what really got you into podcasting at first?
Really? Well, I started ALT Insider like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago now, and I was like, well, how can I grow the site quicker? And then everything online was like, start a podcast. I was like, okay, I'll start a podcast then, and that was pretty much it. And then it kind of grew into like that's the main thing I do now. It's just podcasting. I used to write articles a lot more. Then podcasting turned out to be pretty cool, and people started listening, and then there you go. It turned out to be really fun too. It's definitely a lot of work if you want to do it seriously, but it's also a lot of fun too.
Right.
I mean, the best part is it gets to talk to people you don't like. I can't just say, Tokyo Sam, I see you in the chat there. I can't say, hey, Tokyo Sam, let's talk on Skype right now. You can't really do that. I mean, you probably can, but he would probably ignore you. But if you have a podcast, you can say, hey, let's talk about whatever. And it's just really a natural way to ask you to talk to people that you wouldn't get a chance otherwise. You know what I mean? Like that's the best part of it, I think.
Oh, okay. I mean, when did you first start podcasting? Did you do it like before podcasting? Like when was the first time it came out?
I think this is when the iPhone started around.
Was it when the iPhone came out?
Around there, right? 2000. We're talking more than 10 years ago, for sure.
I'm sure Google can answer this question.
That's Google Sensei for sure.
Yeah, they should know. When was podcasting a thing? Oh, invented. That's probably a better question. Who made the first podcast? 2009. Volo Media. So wait a minute. The first iPhone came out in 2008? Is that right? Or was it 2009?
If I know.
Talk about iPhones on Why Come Japan, the brand. So exciting. I don't know. I mean, because this whole podcasting thing feels so novel. When did you start? What year? 2014, 2015?
Yeah, 14 or so, around there, yeah. And then it was already kind of a big thing then. And people say it's getting bigger and bigger, but I think it's kind of, for me, it seems like it's staying the same, but in terms of people that do it and listen to it. But it's like you're a podcast person or you're not, like I think most people still are not, but there's still a lot of people that listen. Right.
That's true. Because I don't know. When did it really catch on, this whole podcasting thing?
I don't know. This is the podcasting episode. I don't know.
Podcastception.
The thing is, it's so easy to do, right? And that's what is good and bad thing, because there's a lot of crap, but there's a lot of good stuff, good ones too, so.
Yeah, indeed.
Any topic in the world, you can find a podcast about it.
Like, do you ever have problems like asking questions to some of your guests or whatever?
No, I don't know. I can, not really. I mean, sometimes I ask stupid questions and stuff, but I never have a problem. No one ever. The only time I get problems was when I ask employers about questions they don't want to ask, like, shit you see on like Glassdoor and stuff. If I ask too much about that stuff, they obviously don't like it and don't answer. But I ask the hiring managers and stuff like, well, what do you do with blah, blah, blah. I can't think of it now, but stuff like that. And sometimes they don't want to answer, which is understandable, right? You don't want to make your company look bad on a podcast.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man, I don't know why this podcast, this live thing right now, this is making me incredibly nervous. I don't know why. It's like I've done this hundreds of times, and I feel incredibly nervous doing this. Now I know how. Like, you ever watched the other podcast? Was it H3H3? You familiar with them?
Oh yeah. I never watched
It's
it, but
like
I
he
know
does
of them.
his podcast live, and that's kind of what gave me the idea to do this thing live. And man, I mean, like, because he talks about like his self-conscious worries all the time on the podcast, where he says, like, my biggest fear is dead air. Do you ever get that? Do you ever feel like, man, this is dead air? Like, I gotta say something. I gotta do something, you know?
Yeah, you always gotta be thinking of the next question while the person's answering the current one. That's the tough point too, because if you're not paying attention, you might miss a good chance to. I listened back, someone's like, oh, I should ask more about that. But in my head, I was already thinking about the next question, so I wasn't even listening to what they were saying. It's a bad thing to do, but that's the truth.
So James has his game on lock. All right.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, Tokyo Sam says it right here. Nobody's watching, so don't worry.
All right. Yeah, right. Nobody is really watching. Only my mom.
Hey, Mom.
Wait. So, wait a minute. Was your podcast initially created because you wished you could have had something like it was like when you first arrived in Japan? Was this something like, you know, like, oh man, I wish somebody taught me this, or like, oh man, wish somebody taught.
That's one of the things people always say, I think. I mean, it would be cool if I had that, but also there's a lot to be gained from learning it yourself, right? Like, but also, I guess it's true though. If I had that, if I wish I had a podcast like mine when I just got to Japan, obviously, but also I think I wouldn't have learned as much as I did. When you gotta, go through all the shit. When you first get to Japan, you know how it goes.
Right. I mean, because I look at your website, and I mean, like, this is really well. I mean, personally, I think it's really well put together.
Thanks, man.
Okay, you're gonna hate me for saying this, but do you know what it reminds me of?
Go ahead.
Don't get mad. Don't get mad.
Not.
But it reminds me of the Obamacare website.
Okay.
This came out.
I never checked that out, but I can agree with that. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, no, because on the Obamacare website, they had like this woman on there who was like smiling. And so many people had trouble logging into the Obamacare website that people got so tired of like looking at this face that was on front of the Obamacare website, right?
Yeah.
And she became famous because of it. Well, I don't know if they got tired of looking at it, but she did become famous.
Well, worth it then, right?
Yeah, I mean, you seem so friendly and happy to meet me, James, in that website. I got to say,
I am. Here's behind the scenes stuff. So for
okay,
that picture we took, like, that was a photo shoot for all the kind of get picture of the website bullshit. And we were like, okay, we took like 1,000 pictures, and I hate pictures of myself, and I still hate that one too. But it's like that was the last one right before we left. That was the last picture we took, and that's the one that ended up working the best. But even though I still hate it, but that was the last picture we took of like 1,000.
Oh, did you have somebody professional take those pictures?
I have a friend that is good at that stuff. I did pay him, but it's not like professional. That's his only income thing.
That's the way to go. I mean, not having to pay somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Money for nothing, chicks for free. You know?
Exactly.
I don't know. Okay. So where does most of your traffic come from? I mean, where did you? I mean, this sounds like such a condescending question. How did you get there? What did you do that? How did you?
I think it's really almost split half and half now, right? So half from Japan, half from not in Japan. So it's like both people that are trying to get to Japan and people that are in Japan trying to do something else. That's really the biggest two things I try to hit on, right? How to get to Japan in the first place, and then how to get your next job out of teaching if that's what you're interested in doing, right? Because not everyone's interested in that, I know. So, but that's how I try to hit those fronts the hardest for sure.
Right. Well, because I don't know. I don't think I could do the thing you do, because I'd find that kind of stuff grating. Really.
Like what?
I mean, you know how they say sometimes, like, how do I explain this? Like, movie producers often say that they want when they want a movie, they want something different, but they don't want something too different. They want like new wine in an old bottle, right? For me, it's like, if I'm going to be making wine, it's like I'm going to have to really, really love that bottle. And for me, it's like the stuff that you do, I don't really think I'd like that bottle.
I can see what you're saying there. Yeah. For me though, I still remember, and I probably never forget, when I first got to Japan, it was really awesome. That first honeymoon period was pretty. I wanted to go to Japan for a long shit time. Finally got there. It was crazy. 3-4 months of like, wow, this is it. So when I do get to help people get to Japan in the first place, I really do like to hear when I talk to them, I get that kind of feeling back a little bit, right? And that's the part. That's my favorite part of the website for sure, with no question.
Okay, so
it's like getting that feeling back, right? Like, oh my god, I remember that. I remember that exact feeling you're having.
so it's a little nostalgic for you.
Yeah.
Every episode and everything.
Yeah, let's it come back to you. Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's interesting. I guess I never thought of it that way.
Mm-hmm. Keeping it alive, right? Because we've been paying 10 years too, and it's like that feeling is long gone. But if you can have it back in even a little small way, it's worth it. I think I like it.
Yeah, it's true. So what do you think makes makes good podcast? Like you say, oh, that's good podcast. I want that in my podcast, or I want that in my thing.
I mean, first is the topic. You got to care about the topic. Like, there's a lot of just general podcasts. I don't really like those as much unless I really like the person, which is really rare. Because I mean, if you're not talking about something I really care about, then I'm not really interested. Like, unless you're a really good interview, right? These guys with the hugest podcasts, right? They can talk to anyone they want. Like, what's his name? Joe Rogan and those guys.
Yeah.
They just talk to whoever because they're good interviewers. And that's cool. I mean, it's not my thing, but it's definitely, I can see why they can do it because they're just great interviewers. But if you're not a name like him, you got to niche down, right? And like get to talk about something really specific, like whatever, sumo in Japan or whatever,
I guess most of these Why Come Japan episodes I've done so far anyway, most of them have just been my friends or people I'm somewhat friendly with because I know they let me interview them and like sit them down and like, ramble like this and, do these autobiographical nightmare of a show that I do here. I mean, like, where is it that you find people? Do you just you see somebody on Twitter like, hey, you want to be on my podcast?
There's a lot of few ways. I mean,
nudge them a little bit.
Oh, you always find good people. Always you search the main sources of Reddit, Twitter, Facebook. People that have a good story, or someone. A lot of times it's people saying like, "Oh, did you hear about this on Reddit? This guy got a horrible placement in Jet, and there's like all these bugs in his house or whatever." And I said, "Okay, I want to interview that guy." So go to Reddit and say, "Hey, what's up, man? Can you want to be in the podcast?" And usually people say yes. Other times it's from Jobs in Japan, the website I work with. They help get employers and stuff. They get that side of things a lot.
Okay.
That's really good, helpful to get like hiring managers and stuff because those people are people that are tough to find normally, right? You can't just email, interact, and say, "Hey, can I talk to your hiring manager, please?" And then they just ignore you. But that connection is really huge.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So, like, I'm guessing Jobs in Japan's like, hey, you like this? You like Japan? Well, you should check out the ALT Inside a Podcast guy. He's great.
Yeah, it's like so it's part of their service, right? Because people pay jobsinjapan.com to put their job listings on there.
Right.
Said, hey, in addition to putting your job on the website, you get a good employee. You can be on this podcast so people can hear about it. So it's like everyone gets something out of
kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I was thinking, I like doing this live show. I'm pretty excited. I don't know if you can see it in my face. Maybe that's why I'm getting nervous because it's making me so excited about doing a live show. It feels real. It finally feels like something. Yeah, I'm making content again. Hooray!
Yeah. So you used to. I mean, I remember long ago you used to make stuff regularly on YouTube, right?
Yeah. No, I'm starting to get back into it. I mean, I don't know. Like I was thinking a lot about it today. I was thinking about particularly this thing I was just talking to you about, guests, right? It's like an approaching some guests and not approaching some guests. And it's sort of like, if I said if I had a really big guest on my show, I don't know, PewDiePie, right? Yeah. Probably the first thing you'd think of is about numbers. You probably wouldn't think about his content or any of that stuff, right? Or like somebody smaller. So I'm like thinking, well, usually when somebody who has more numbers, they're probably going to be less approachable. Like, I don't know if I should admit this. Nah, fuck it. I'll just admit it. Yeah. So supposedly the anime man, you know who that is?
Yeah.
He lives near me or somewhere near me because I've seen him more than once. Unless it's just a multiple coincidence.
And then you want to get him on the show?
I don't know. I'm worried it's going to be like one of these things where it's like, let me look at the number of his podcasts. I'm already mispronouncing things. Let me look at the numbers on his podcast. Nah, I'm good. I got better things to do,
Nah, you can't let that stop you though. Because like a lot of people are gonna say no matter what. So you gotta say F it and just ask everyone. That's what I do.
No. I mean, yeah, there is that, but I mean, I don't know. It's the rejection.
You gotta get over that for sure.
Right here, I mean, it's part of life. I know. And eventually I get used to this sort of thing, and I don't know. I feel comfortable doing it with you, James.
Yeah, okay, that's good. That's the best thing. But yeah, you got to get over that. Just once you get turned down 20 times, you're numb to it, right? So I got past that long ago, right? I've asked everybody like possible you can think of, the big names on YouTube. I've asked all of them, and as you can see, some of them came on, some of them haven't. So the ones that didn't probably turned it down or didn't answer. That's the most common response from people that don't want to do it for sure, is not answering.
Okay, so James, I gotta say, tell me how you won the lottery.
With what?
I mean, I don't know. When I say lottery, I mean, like, how did you get a network on your side? I mean, just consistency? Can you tell us, or is it a secret?
Oh, you mean like website work with?
Yeah, I mean, like, did you just get enough traffic in like the first couple of episodes? You're like, hey, this guy's pretty good, and he talks to a lot of people.
No, I didn't get any kind of advertising for 3 years or something. So like, it's just building. Like, once you get to a certain level, then
it's just consistency.
Yeah, okay. And then let's see how it happened. I wrote for a website, a big website, and then, like I was trying to get articles on different websites, obviously to make the site bigger, the main, the big ones. When Encyclopedia was still huge, that was writing for that site. Gaijin Pot wrote for them too. Tofugu wrote for them. And through that, one of the guys working at those websites said, hey, what do you think about, we'll sponsor you for that. So that was pretty cool. That's how it happened.
Okay. So it's just really consistency and output and everything like that.
You got to send a lot of emails and talking to people. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. You got to put, I say work. It's not work to email people. You got to email people to say, hey, I want to write for your website. What do I have to do to make that happen? And they'll usually tell you, right? Like, well, okay, we can't have you now, but if you do this, you can do it. I mean, some websites are like, I don't care who you are. Give us your topic. If you have a good topic, you can write for us. And I'm talking about the biggest sites. I mean, Tofugu, those, like that. They'll let everyone write for them if you have a good thing to write about.
Okay.
So all the people that want to have a podcast or anything, that's what you got to do. Get on the biggest sites, and they'll let you have if you have a good idea. But you got to have a good idea. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So, I mean, one thing I wanted to ask you, and I think this is the best place to ask you, even though I'm treating objects like people. I'm going to do it anyway.
Go on.
You're rolling your eyes now?
Go on. No, not right. Listening. No.
Do you have any guests you could trade me? I'll trade you some.
For like, past guests, you mean?
No. I mean, like ones I can have on the show that, I can just kick back, relax, and, drink a beer. Because, as you probably know, you make a podcast every week, right?
Yeah, every week. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to try to get into that funk of like making one every week. So, make it a thing, because that's what you do on the internet to become a thing.
Yeah, it have to be once a week. If it's not once a week, just it's not worth it. I mean, if you can't commit to once a week, don't start it. That's what I say. Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you think anybody would be good for the structure of the show? I mean, like somebody who's chill, who likes being interviewed, who has something like you said, man, that guy was interesting. He had lots of cool things going for him.
How about someone like YouTube, the YouTube world? Oh, my cat is going to the bathroom right now. I don't know if you can hear the scratching of the toilet.
Some good content there.
Let it go. How about someone like, Dave Trippin or something? He would be down with it. He was a good.
Yeah, I could do him. Yeah.
I'm sure he'd be down with it too. He's kind of, the same level. I mean, not this huge dude that doesn't want to do anything.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Reading the chat here.
Tokyo Sam with the comment. You got to respond to that. Do not run from it.
I'm looking at it. It says the problem with Rad is he wants to be big on YouTube without putting in the effort. He wants big YouTubers on his stuff without putting out consistent content, especially good content. And he complains about how YouTube has changed too much versus have to adapting to the current YouTube landscape. Yep. Yes, he likes telling me about all my failings.
Radrey, your response? The official response.
My response is
thumbs up.
I don't know. What's my supposed to say to that?
I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think about that? That's something you agree with or not? Don't agree with?
Do I put enough effort into it? No, he's right. I mean, I don't really put enough effort into it. I mean, I do need to put more effort into it, and I'm really bad with keeping to commitments and all that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. I can get better. I mean, getting the ball rolling here, as we say. And now I'm blocked. I'm not going to block you, Sam, for fuck's sake.
No one's getting blocked. No, but that's the thing. Like,
I've been his motherfucking friend for 8 years. I'm not going to block him now. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like if you can't, like people that learn Japanese, this is a good parallel, right?
Yeah.
Why can't I learn Japanese? I'm trying, but it's not working out. And then I say to them, "You're not trying." I mean, that's it, right? You're not trying hard enough, right? If you learn Japanese, one of the things, just like putting out stuff on YouTube. If you want to put stuff on YouTube, you want to learn Japanese, you just got to do it, right? There's no like, hey, I want to do it, but there's no buts, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I don't know. Lose my train of thought. Looking at this chat and then trying to have a conversation at the same time is like distracting. Okay.
Things getting real in here, though.
Fuck.
I think we're going in a good space here.
Though. No. You need to go there. This is good content, as they say.
This is good. This is good.
Is it? All right.
So what do you think about that? Let's see. It's introspective of Radrey here then.
Okay.
Why do you think you slowed down on the content stuff? Because there were just time things, or there's not the response you wanted? Why did you kind of slow down?
I was thinking about this today, actually. I was thinking, the thing of it was, it seemed like everybody was doing it. I mean, like, that's just how it is today, too. I mean, it's just saturated, everybody's, check out this drink I got from Japan. And it's just, I don't know. There's just no love in it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I want some love. I want to love it. I really do. But maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. I'm too much of a millennial.
Well, if you're up for suggestions, then I would say you got to find something niche down, right? Something that,
right? Yeah.
Something that you want to do, right? Because all that bullshit about, here I went to the biggest Starbucks in Tokyo. Here's what I went. That's stuff I don't care about either, right? You don't care about that. Yeah. You've been here 10 years. I'll give a shit about that for you. For someone else, that's good.
He hasn't changed. I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments. It says, isn't James supposed to be the one getting interviewed here? Yes, you are. Yeah. I have more questions.
yeah. Sorry, I'll stop. But
no. Yeah. This is good content. We should keep it up.
I think that's what you got to do. Just got to go to like what's something you care about filmmaking, right? That's a huge thing of your thing. So maybe do something like that. What can you focus on filmmaking and make stuff that gets you excited, right?
Yeah. I could do that. That's true. It's very true.
You don't sound motivated yet.
No, I am. I don't know. I mean, I'm more laissez-faire about it. Oh boy, here we go. More big comments. Sam, I love you, but I got to get back on the train.
I like where we're at now. This is good.
You like this? All right. I'm glad you're enjoying it so much. It's monumental.
No,
yeah. What is it? So, do you ever have any? What is it?
Go ahead.
These lovely awkward pauses. Are there any other interviews you would consider like must listen to interviews, or like interviews like saying that's the interviewer I want to be, that sort of thing?
Oh, a person that interviews people?
Yeah, as a person who interviews people.
I don't agree with how he does everything, but Howard Stern is probably the best interviewer, I think, because
Howard Stern.
And he asks him. I mean, obviously I can't ask the same questions he does, but he makes every single person interesting, and that's no question, right? Everyone he interviews is interesting, and that's the goal for me. Like I said, like everyone should be interesting everyone's interesting in some way, even the most boring person, but you got to find it. So that's the thing,
Well, I mean, that's what H3H3 said, that he based his entire podcast based on just Howard's.
Yeah, it's like just making people interesting, right? It's not the guest's job to be interesting. If you can't make the guest interesting, then it's your fault as the interviewer person.
Yeah, that's true. I can't really think of anybody who's a really good radio personality. Howard, I guess, kind of cornered the market there, huh?
I mean, yeah. I mean, for me, he's the best, but.
But you never got any guests to take their clothes off, right?
No.
Wait.
Not yet.
Is that what did he do that on his podcast? Did he do that on
sure. Yeah, a long time ago. Before there was on TV, he did, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's one goal I got to put in the checkbox, yeah?
There you go.
Yeah, no. That's a joke for everyone out there. That's a joke. Okay. So, are there any other interviews? Oh, wait. I just said that.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. Okay, this is... I'm reading the script. All right?
Let it flow.
All right. So how does one Discord? I mean, like...
Oh, Discord,
it looks like you have quite a following. Because, I mean, I just joined the Discord today. Yours. Like, looks like you have, like, a huge following. You have, like, moderators and everything. I'm like, I have nothing, because I'm starting from the ground up.
Yeah, Discord is really cool. Like I forget when I started. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna be anyone's gonna join it, but let me just try it. And now it's like a huge community of people that are working in Japan. I want to be working in Japan. It's like a good place to talk. Discord is awesome. I mean, it takes work. You got to have the right kind of place to be to get people to sign up. You can't just say like, here's my Discord, join it. You gotta do other content. Say, hey, here's Discord to talk about this. That's what I think the key is too, to get people to sign up in the first place. Like,
yeah.
Like you can't just say, here's my Discord, go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was really taken back by it because it seems like everybody on the internet is a shadow person. You feel that way?
No, I mean, what do you mean by shadow person?
I mean, like, okay, I was watching Legion the other day. Do you know Legion TV show?
No, I do not.
It's a X-Men TV show. I mean, it's directed by I got some like really good artists behind it. What's the guy? The guy who did Fargo. Noah Hawley. Noah Hawley's behind it, and he made this episode recently about how he was talking about, Plato's allegory of the cave.
Should I say yes to keep the story going?
You can say no.
No, I don't.
Okay. Allegory of the cave is the one that Plato, the philosopher, he said that, like, if people were in a cave and they saw shadows on the wall, if you never left that cave, they would probably consider the shadows to be real.
Mm.
So the weird thing about today is how it seems like people on the internet almost act like shadow people. We're the shadow people on the internet who are very proud of ourselves as people.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't really spend enough time in the real outside world to realize what the real world is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm with you there so far. I mean, okay, so but like, what does that matter to, stuff?
Well, I guess what that matters to is, like I was saying, is that it was nice to see like a community on your Discord, because it represented to me anyway that these aren't shadow people, the real people.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's good. I mean, we're like, because we're all in the same kind of mindset, and like people are really we're all talking about the same thing. Kind of, we all like Japan. Obviously, there's no like huge negativity shit going on. Like we really, kind of care about each other. It's cool. Like people in the chat right now, YouTube chat, are from the Discord. It's like we don't have meetups and stuff. It's like it's really cool. It's really became something way bigger than I thought. It's not something stupid like okay, I'll just say here's my latest podcast, enjoy it, guys. But now that's 0% of what it's about now. It's like people just talking, asking questions and stuff. It's really cool.
Okay. All right. So I guess I asked this question. I was gonna say my last question was gonna be, your website feels like I'm signing up for a service. Was that intentional? I guess
no, because there is no service. That's for sure. There's
no service. Come on.
No service. There's services. There is things to buy, but there's not services like, hey, here's $10 a month. Here's what you get. Nothing.
Wait, you have like a merch store or something?
No merch. Lesson plans. That's what I sell.
Oh, I see. Lesson plans for like games and stuff, for like classrooms.
Yeah, for elementary school. Every elementary school in Japan uses the same books, right? So I have lesson plans for those books. That's the only thing that's kind of universal around the whole Japan. So that's what I've prepared.
Whether you use like New Horizon or something?
That's for junior high school. That's junior high school, yeah.
Okay. Well, you mostly teach elementary, or?
I don't teach anymore. When I was back in the day, though,
Oh, okay.
I definitely was everything. Elementary school, junior high school. High school, I did just a little bit, but.
Okay. Yeah, no. Well, what was your thing? Did you ever think like I'm the board game guy, or I'm the, I don't know, the one who draws pictures guy? Did you have a shtick, or not really?
I used to have like stupid like you ever seen I know you Eric Surf 6?
Yes.
You know the pencil trick?
Yes.
That's the best. It's the stupidest thing, but kids will go crazy for that, and they'll spend the whole semester trying to figure it out. And I was like, I'll tell you at the end of the last day of this course, I'm going to tell you how to do this pencil trick. But try until then. If you get it, I'll give you something. And no one can figure it out to the last day when I showed it to them. It's awesome. Eric Surf 6 is what's not to get off tangent here. Eric Surf 6, what is his like job? Is it just like, I never knew that. What he does.
I don't know. Am I supposed to not say this? I'll just say it anyway. I don't give a shit. It's out. Cat's out of the bag. No, he's a university teacher.
Oh, okay. So you never see that side, right? So it's like he's doing fun stuff. It's like, what is he doing? Just like chilling, but.
Well, I mean, university teacher, that's a great job. I mean, get summers off, and that's what you want.
Yeah, really. Some say that's the peak of teaching in Japan. If you want to, that's what you want to do. That's where you want to get to.
Huh. Good to know.
I mean, because what's higher, right? I mean, unless you get like, what's it called? What's the thing where you can't get fired?
Super Saiyan level? I'm not sure.
Super Saiyan level teacher, yeah.
You work at Sony or something and you control the world?
Exactly.
I don't know. Speaking of which, you know that guy? The guy who's, what is it? the CEO of Sony. You ever seen a picture of him?
No, but
Let me
Eric
see if I
Surf 6 in the house.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? I'm a uni teacher. Oh, good. Wow, speak of the devil. Hey, Eric Surf 6.
Your pencil trick has made thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people laugh, my friend. And it's all thanks to you. I've made people laugh through you, so thanks.
Yeah. Okay. No, okay, what I was talking about, the CEO of Sony. What's his name? Akio. I think he's dead. I don't know. There's one picture of him where he just looks absolutely evil. I can't find it. But that's the goal I set for myself. I want to be like that.
Yeah, you talked about getting guests, by the way. Now I have enough spark to ask Eric Surf 6 after this interview. Hey, you want to be on my show? So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
If you have time, Eric Surf 6. You should ask him too, Radrey. It's a huge
He was supposed to be on the show like last week, but then he had to cancel for reasons I won't get into.
Yeah.
Eric knows why. you can talk to him about it. I don't know. I should have just did the live stream by myself, and chatted with my boys, the people who watch this lovely show of mine.
Yeah, that's something to say too for that. If you don't have if you don't want someone to interview, you can just do a show yourself too. It helps you keeps your reps going, If you don't do a show once a week, you kind of lose it. And if you listen to my first shows, it's horrible, right? So the more you do it, the better you get too. It's incredibly horrible.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes you hear people who do their first episode or their first show, and it's like absolutely stellar,
Well, those people are annoying. Just ignore them.
Those people are annoying? Is that what you said?
Just kidding. Yeah.
Okay. Like, I don't know. Remember, like 10 years ago, man, I'm like fucking living in the past. Now, now that Sam is giving me a hard time about it. 10 years ago, there was a guy named Betamax DC.
Yep, I remember him.
You remember him?
Yep.
And like the first video he made, he was just a complete natural. I mean, it kind of depressed me in a way. It's like, how could somebody be that good in their first video?
Mm-hmm.
I guess preparation meets timing, I guess.
Yeah, but
they call that luck.
Exactly, but you can't let it affect how you do. Even if you suck in the beginning, you got to be like, all right, well, I suck in the beginning, but you got to keep going at it. That's why it's so hard to start anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right, so I don't know if I can reveal this, but I can't reveal anything. I can tell the whole world that I'm homosexual, and probably people would believe it. Would you believe it if I told you I was a homosexual?
I would have to have some proof. Pics or something.
Okay. All right. No, what I was going to say is, so in the States, you're originally from Baltimore, right?
Right around there, yeah. About half an hour outside.
Oh, right around there. Do you miss it at all?
Yeah, that's something I miss. I mean, mostly food related, but yeah, I still miss it. Food and people related. That's it.
What kind of food do they have in Baltimore?
You ever heard of a magical restaurant known as Red Lobster?
Oh, really? That's Baltimore food?
No, that's around everywhere. But yeah, that's probably, if I had to choose one restaurant I miss the most, it's that without question.
So did that originate in Baltimore though?
No, it's nothing to do with Baltimore.
Okay.
It's America in general.
Okay. Well, you said I can reveal your location, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
okay.
Go ahead. Yes.
All right. Well, then you're unfortunately not in Fukuoka, but in Roppongi. Is it Roppongi? No, Ikspari, whatever the fuck it's called, the Disneyland place.
Okay.
They're opening a Red Lobster there. So if you're ever in Disneyland, you can have some Red Lobster.
Awesome. I wonder if it's the same, or do the Taco Bell and just make everything triple the price and way less.
Did you eat Taco Bell?
No, we just saw the menu. I was like, that's not gonna satisfy me. I mean, I need the 10-cent tacos that I can get 20 of. Yeah,
there's something weird about Taco Bell. I mean, like, it doesn't taste like Taco Bell, which I'm happy about, but I don't know.
Oh, there's no doubt the quality is way better. I mean, let's just.
You think so? Okay.
I think so. I think
you've never been there, so.
I think they use actual. I've seen the pictures. They use actual organic materials. I think that's the thing. And but they charge 3 times as much, which they should. But I think it's good. I think it's better. But
just because it's Japanese, right?
Probably. You know how it goes.
Unbiased opinion.
You know how it goes. Fast food is not just like people that
that's
pissed off with their job.
That's true.
Yeah,
I mean, like, you go to America and you look at the fast food people and they just look all gross and you're like, ew.
Yeah.
And here, it's like, I trust people. It's clean. It's fresh. It's timely.
People happy to be there, It's a good job.
I don't know about that.
Some people, most people at least have the appearance that they are happy to be there, right? They meet you with a smile. There's no doubt about that.
Right, that's true. I don't know. Well, I mean, it kind of reminds me of how, like, you go to a Chinese restaurant in, maybe you can't relate to this, but like, if you go to a Chinese restaurant in America, it's like Chinese food in America tastes nothing like Chinese food does in China.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You know, that's how I kind of feel about Taco Bell in Japan. It's like, this isn't really quite Taco Bell, but okay.
Yeah. That's for sure. But I mean, it's still. I think it's just, unlike the American equivalent of Chinese food, which is like American Chinese food, which is
Yeah.
kind of lower quality, but still awesome, by the way. But it's lower quality than real Chinese food. I think this is the other say. Taco Bell in Japan is probably higher quality than the American Taco Bell. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true.
We need
I
some
don't
British
know.
foods. Chicken
So
Arla
in the chat, we got Chicken Narla, Chicken Narlia. Do
Another
you know
member.
this? Do you know this guy, James?
she's a nice lady.
She. I'm sorry. This
She's
gal.
She's coming to Japan as well soon, shortly.
Oh well, I hope
she's
you have
already
a
in-
safe trip to Japan.
She's got on the jet program as well. But yeah, so British food. Give us something to enjoy, Chicken Arla. Give us something to talk about there. Fish and chips. What else is there, right?
Spotted dick.
Whoa!
Hey, that's a thing, isn't it?
Chicken Arla.
Okay. I don't know.
Like-
That's the only thing else I can think of for this British food. There's scones.
Scones are
There's
good. Quality.
Crumpets.
Crumpets. Tea and crumpets. I love that.
Yeah. Welcome to Why Come Japan, kids. We talk about food.
Tea and crumpets. That's good, yeah. Stargazing pie. I love these suggestions going on.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's the interesting thing, because like my girlfriend's Chinese, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I recently went to China last year, and it's just like they can have the greatest conversation within hours on hours upon hours just talking about food, and that's all they ever talk about.
Well, I feel like Japan has some of that in there too, right?
Yeah, but not like they do. Because like I don't know. It's just like, I mean, they do talk about food in Japan, but it's kind of like surface level. There, they go into like real detail, and I'm like, it's like, well, I guess you can't talk about your government, so I guess you talk about this.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Japan is definitely. I mean, half the shows are about food, right? It's begin real. Is China the same way? The TV is dominated by food.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I mean, because like when I was in Japan, I mean, one thing that Japan kind of changed about me is like when I was living in the US, I hated spicy food. I absolutely loathed it, you know. But when I came here to Japan, I started eating spicy food, and just because everything was so bland here, or I thought everything tasted so bland. Do you think it's bland? What do you think?
Well, you get used to it, right? Like
Hot
now,
take.
when I first started, when I first got here, I guess a long time ago, I was like, well, you know, I wasn't a big sushi dude, so like that kind of stuff. I was like not a big like you know, let's try new stuff food. So like I never tried anything. So a lot of stuff was new when I tried here, sushi, sashimi, all that stuff. But then when you get used to it, right? You get used to less salt and stuff. And I put on salt in my food. My wife's like, "Oh my god, how much salt are you putting on there?" Like, that's a normal amount.
Wait, what? You think there's more salt in American food than there is Japanese food?
I think so. I mean, at least
okay.
What I put on my food, the amount of that's normal is not normal in Japan. It seemed multiple occasions, like, whoa, that's a lot. Well, it's normal. Yeah. I think it's normal, but
You know what's interesting here is I'm reading the chat now. Hannah Epstein said she's talking about textbooks, English textbooks, right?
Yeah.
And it reminds me of like I think I saw on Twitter not too long ago about they had some like English lesson about how one of their friends called their friend up to tell them about potatoes in the 1600s.
Okay.
Like the most random thing. I mean, I just thought it was hilarious. It's like, yeah, I don't think I'd ever call up my friend, you know, just to tell them about potatoes in the 1600s. Have you ever seen like ridiculous examples in like New Horizon or New Clown?
Oh, yeah, there's some stupid stuff in there for sure. It's like no one like you can tell it wasn't checked by, you know, they're not trying to make this the facial expression correct or anything. It said, okay, this is a smile or whatever. It's interesting. There's websites dedicated to that shit, like following stuff, like finding the strange stuff in there.
Well, yeah, that's true. Okay, so nothing comes to mind for you.
No, nothing specific now.
Okay. So in Fukuoka, that's like a place that's known for kappa, right?
Yeah, that's where they're from. Well, I don't know if it's from, but yeah, that's where they're famous.
I'm doing a video essay on kappas. Is there anything you can tell me?
I've never seen one. I've seen a lot of statues of them. I don't believe they're true.
Because people have seen them.
I don't believe they're true.
Wait. Do you actually believe in that kind of stuff? I mean, like, I'm not making fun of you. It's okay to believe.
I don't believe in any of that. I don't believe in
ghosts. Believe in God. I mean, oh.
I don't believe in any apparitions of any kind.
Okay.
Or anything like that. I don't think it's real, but it's cool that there's these stories of the yokai and stuff like that. Those stories are always interesting, though.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, the part of what I find interesting about the whole yokai experience is that you learn these certain things, like why did that become a thing, and the whole etymology about why yokai became what they are is quite fascinating to me.
Yeah, it's funny to think about. Like a long time ago, when everyone doesn't know anything. You hear this sound in the woods. You got to explain it somehow, right? So, that was the mountain woman that's gonna kill us all, or whatever. That I can see how that could happen.
Yuki-onna, what was her name?
yeah, the one, the snow one, Yuki-onna. Yeah, snow in the mountain. She's waiting for you. Yeah.
Right. So wait a minute. I was because as an interviewer, you're supposed to like do your research and stuff. I swear that you had a section on your website that was dedicated to video games. Is this true?
I would actually have a second podcast about video games.
Damn it! How did I not find that?
There you go. It's not about Japan, though. So yeah, but
well, my sleuthing skills are failed.
yeah. But yeah, it's a different thing I do. I started that. I don't know.
Was that like every week as well?
Yeah, every week as well. 2 podcasts rolling, rocking and rolling.
All right. Well, what kind of video games do you play? I think we had this conversation after we did the podcast with me on your channel.
Yeah, these days, I mean, I'm limited in time for sure.
Yeah,
2 podcasts, 2 kids. So I play like games that are quick. So Fortnite's awesome these days because you can play a game in 10-20 minutes. If you die quickly, I'll play one more. And also like
so you're up to speed. You're not like an old school gamer.
No, I really am though. Really, my favorite games are old school games for sure. I have old systems. I have Super Famicom, but those take time, right? You can't I want to play Legend of Zelda for 3 hours now. Like I can't. I don't have much time to do that. But the newer games kind of offer that kind of I can play games for half an hour here. Let me play this.
Right. Well then, okay. Then if you had to make a list? What's your quintessential video games that changed your life?
So Link to the Past for sure. That's the
okay
the stock answer, but that's for sure for me. That was my wedding song actually. I walked into the wedding with that ending song. Yes, that's
really
true. So yeah, for that one, Super Nintendo was the biggest. It hit me at the right time, right? Where you can get fully immersed in games. Summers, oh my god, you get the whole summer to do whatever the hell you want, and what you do is spend your whole summer playing a game, right? So, Link to the Past, Super Metroid, those are probably my top 2 on that side. RPG side, Final Fantasy 4 was probably my biggest RPG one. It's like, oh, this is from Japan. This is crazy. Even though all the games I played were from Japan, I just didn't know it. But yeah, those are probably my big 3
RPG games. Link. Okay, I was more of a Sega guy.
Oh, you're that guy.
Yeah, I think I'm a little younger than you, or maybe.
Let's see. How old are you? I'll go first with the first number, 3.
3. You're right.
Next.
It does have a 3 in it.
Yeah. I'm 34. So
34. Okay, so you're just 4 years older than me.
There you go.
All right. Okay, so you're around that. Wait, does that classify you as a millennial? I gotta do my math.
I don't fucking know. I don't care. I refuse to be tied to names.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Because I'm always reading these things. This is what millennials are doing today.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Yeah. All right, Hannah.
I'm not annoyed by it.
Hannah has a question for you. No, boy.
Oh yeah, what's up? Sorry.
Tales of Tono. Have you read them? Yes or no?
I have not read Tales of Tono. Is it good? Would you recommend it?
Link it up if you can. No.
All right, I'll do some Google foo here. Tales of Tono. It's a yokai thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Daido Moriyama. I'll give it a look. I'll give it a check out. What? I wonder if Hannah has anything to say about it. I've never even heard of this book. Do you know anything about this, James?
Nope.
Okay.
But I trust her recommendation. Pick it up now.
Is there anything you can tell me about Hannah?
She's also coming to Japan shortly.
Okay.
She's going to be a new jet. Going to where's she going to be? I shouldn't say it because she might not want to share it.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Yeah. She's going to Japan shortly. Somewhere in the country of Japan she'll be.
Right, because I was on the Discord and I noticed that the moderator there, he assigns everybody roles and it's really well organized. I was really surprised by that.
That shout outs to them. They put that together. I was stupid, hey, just invite people here. But then this one, the moderator guy, Stivern here, he set it up pretty cool. So yeah.
Well, what's his name?
Well, his name on here is Stivern. I think I would say Stivern, but I think it's Stivern, right?
Okay, well, great job. I mean, that really like puts some perspective, and it made me really feel welcome. Like that's why I was talking about the whole thing about how I felt like I was in a community where I felt like there was real people, opposed to just like going on the internet and it being me versus them. You know?
Yeah, that's what's awesome.
Fighting shadow people.
I take zero credit for that, by the way, too. I happen to be the one that started it, but that's it. The other people take care of like the making it awesome and putting the categories and stuff and just being welcoming. It's awesome. There's no bullshit, stuff you can find on, Japan sucks, Japan sucks. Of course, we talk about bad stuff, but it's not like that's not all we do. If there's something bad, you ask a question, what can I do to fix this? That's it, If you go on like Reddit about Japan, it's just a wasteland,
Wait, what? You think it's a wasteland? You're just probably talking about Japan Circle Jerk, I think.
Oh yeah, that's sometimes funny. I'll give you credit.
Is it? I don't know. I never check it out. It's just
sometimes funny.
Sometimes like people lurk there.
Yeah, it's just the stupidest stuff. I mean, you got to take it for what it's worth. It's just craziness.
I don't know, because I go on that website. I'm like, man, what is the world? You
can't get attached. Don't get attached. Just enjoy the stuff.
I don't know. It's hard not to get attached.
The sludge that's there.
Just like I feel like coming home and crying and saying I hate the world.
If there's anything you like about Japan, and you go on, they'll find a way to knock it down and say, oh, it's dumb, but don't let it. Keep your youthful exuberance.
So you have so going back to this Discord thing, you have lots of people on the Discord who are hopefuls. Is that true?
Yeah, it's all three categories, right? Hopefuls, people that are still on the wait list. We call them salternates. All people that if people turn it down, then they'll get picked up, and then we have people on the JET program, past JETs, people, and also people that aren't working at JET at all, just people working in Japan some other way.
Right, and I got classified as a lone wolf.
Yep,
someone who lives in Japan and does his thing.
The Stivern in the house. I just gave you a shout out long ago, so.
Hey, yeah, we did. You're awesome. Keep up the good work. I think how you segregated, that's the wrong word. How you placed everybody into their roles really made me feel welcome.
I look like Robert Williams. I have heard that before from multiple students when I was a teacher. So yeah, I think it's the nose, just a huge nose.
Robin Williams. Well, that's a compliment.
I mean, he's not really. I don't think I'm good looking, but he's definitely not good looking either. So it's kind of depressing to say, "Oh, I'm not good looking." I know I'm not. Though,
he's funny at least. I mean,
yeah, being funny. That's what you got to do.
Maybe he secretly is.
Yeah, the only people that get have. I was gonna say. I'm gonna back out of this one. I'm gonna say a joke that'll be on the internet forever.
Okay.
The only people that get laid less than ugly guys or ugly not funny guys. So you got to be funny, right?
That's true. Because I used to get the one I get, and I still get this. I get Jack Black all the time.
yeah. I've gotten like Tom Cruise before. It's like you got to take it with a grain of salt.
But that's like, I get Jack Black not only just in Japan, but in America too.
Oh, really?
Like I was walking down the street from the library, and they saw these people laughing, and they're like, "That guy looks like Jack Black." They went up to me. Did you know you look like Jack Black? I'm like, okay. I'm sure I made their day.
That's cool. Yeah. Have you ever got anyone kind of interesting, like amazingly far away from your students? That's always fun.
Wait, what?
When you work in Japan, you worked in Japan in many different ways, many different teaching ways, right?
Many different ways.
Yeah. You ever any student ever said you look like someone that's
like Leonardo DiCaprio or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Once.
Like, sometimes you gotta call him out. You're like, seriously, I don't look like him at all. So just don't say that. It's like you look like Orlando Bloom. It's like, all right, come on.
Huh. You know what's really weird is one time I had this Pictionary. Like I had the Pictionary game, like with with one of my lessons, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I put like a bunch of ideas in a hat. Like I ripped up all the papers, and I had like the kids pick out a word where they had to draw it, and they had to say what it was what the picture was, right? And so I put myself in there just to see what it is, if they could communicate with other people, what it is I look like. And they drew this picture, and it's just like I don't know how to describe it, but Alfred Hitchcock, right? His silhouette, that famous silhouette of his. It kind of looked like that, but like a little more attractive looking.
Okay.
And I was like, everybody knew what it was. They knew immediately that it was me, which was the craziest thing. And I'm like, how did they know that was me? I still can't figure it out.
Your students know more about you than you think, I guess.
I guess. I don't know. No. I mean, it's just like, what is it that like, what are Gaijin features that are like, that say this is him, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. Like, what? That's kind of a little bit of tangent, but you know, in like the joke, like every Asian looks the same.
Right.
And I always say, like, if you go live in an Asian country, you won't think that anymore, you know. And I definitely don't anymore, you know.
I guess so.
You don't
I
think
don't
so?
know.
I think like you see everyone has different features, and you see that when you don't see them as this group of Asian people that all look the same. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true, I guess. If you're ignorant, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, because even my grandfather said something like that. You remember like when the Olympics was in China?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
He
One of
was
the
he was
times.
telling me he was telling me once, he's like, how do all the Chinese Olympians tell each other apart?
Yeah. You know, like that kind of thing. You know?
They all look the same. How do they figure that out?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, but my dad still
Magic.
thinks I'm. My dad still doesn't know if I'm in China or Japan, or he knows I'm in Asia. So.
Wait, what? Your dad doesn't know that you're still that you're not, doesn't
He
know
knows
if
I'm
you're in China or
somewhere in Asia. He's not. He can't differentiate. You know, it's like not in his head.
Oh, in his head. Okay.
He knows I
Like if
really
he
am. You
still
know?
didn't know, okay, but he can't differentiate. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see. Well, same thing, right?
Hmm. How about you though? You because your girlfriend's Chinese, so that's kind of
Yeah.
interesting. Different. I mean, different than the normal get a Japanese girlfriend when you're in Japan. So was that kind of? Is there any differences? I'm sure you have you had a Japanese girlfriend as well to compare?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what can I say about it? It's different. I mean, like, what would you
Yeah.
want to know?
Well, it's kind of. I guess it's kind of you're in the same kind of in it together kind of because you're both working in a different country, right? That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, my eye was on the chat there. Um, like you said, the Slytherin, not Slytherin, Stivern, that's his name.
Sovereign in the house.
Okay, he says, "Are you absurdly flexible as Jack Black? Jack
Good
Black's
question.
flexible?
Quality question.
Wait. What movie is he flexible in?
School of Rock takes some very extensive movements there.
I guess I don't
I'm just
know.
kidding. I have no idea.
Tropic Thunder was pretty good.
Tropic Thunder was good. That was a good movie.
Um,
Great movie.
I don't remember him being flexible. Stivern, what movie are you thinking of where he's really flexible? I can't think of anything. Maybe like Nacho Libre, but
Nacho Libre.
still,
That movie. I don't think that movie was that good. I don't remember it though, but I definitely saw
I
it.
like Nacho Libre. I mean, I like that director despite him being a Mormon. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not Mormon shaming here because I actually used to be a Mormon. So
There you go. What made you make the switch?
I don't know. Politics, surprisingly. I don't know. Having some little woman come up to you telling you that she wants to bomb the hell out of certain countries kind of, rubs you the wrong way. You're
I can
like,
say that.
it's like this lady's scaring me, man. And like the bishop of the church, like the leader of the church, that's what they call him. He was sort of like, "You're not supposed to be talking about politics, even though I agree with it." Or like, like, why did you say that last part? Anyway, yeah, no, I think it was my mom just started to get really angry about the whole political agenda that they had at the church. Because I think at that time or something, they had George Bush. He was giving medals out to everybody for like, I don't know, just to get more followers or something.
Hmm.
So I think that's why the Mormons were on his side, so to say.
Okay. Medals.
Anyway, let me catch up on this chat. Says, dude, my cousin looks exactly like Orlando Bloom. It's scary. Oh, geez. Chat changed. Do you have the voice of an angel like Jack Black? Sure, why not? Tenacious D. Public request, sing tribute. No, I don't even know the song. I'm not a Jack Black fan. I'm not the Tenacious D fan, unfortunately. Are you a Tenacious D fan, James?
There's some fun, funny stuff for sure. I'm not like a big fan. I never bought any CDs or anything, but there's some good songs.
Okay.
I recommend listening to the Roadie. Is a great song. Kind of a newer school Tenacious D song. It's good.
Huh. Hannah Epstein says, I have a list of white male celebrities that look exactly the same that I show to people when they say all Asians look the same.
Yeah, exactly. Like, anyone.
What? Oh, that's true. There are some male celebrities that do look the same.
Yeah, especially if you're talking about celebrities, like they're put in the box, right?
Well, sometimes like in Japan they have like these bands where they want them all look the same, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing too.
Like Cartoon or Exile.
But that's just like the boy bands in America. Everyone has a kind of category. Here's the tall,
I guess that's
one,
true.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's the sporty one. Here's the
Here's one of the big nose.
here's the especially in idol groups have the same thing. Except they have like different hobby girls. Like here's the girl that likes games. Here are the girls that like
That's
that kind
true.
of stuff.
It's like Playboy magazine or something.
Getting deep in the chat here. Whoopi Goldberg, Mormonism, tacos. Chat's going on.
Yeah, right. Went all the way from Rad hates tacos. No, I don't hate tacos. I like tacos, just not tacos from Taco Bell.
Sister Act was a quality movie.
Sister Act. I never saw it. They love that movie here in Japan.
Tokyo Sam asked me a question. Why do you think Rad runs away from what he really wants, i.e., being famous and getting attention?
I don't know. What do you think, James? That's a question for you.
I think. Well, I don't think it's not running away. Just you're not ready to commit to the effort yet, right?
That's true. You can't commit, quit, right?
If you can't commit, quit.
Yeah.
That. If you're not ready to say you do it on a real once a week kind of thing, it's wait till you are.
Huh. Why do I run away from happiness? Because happiness punched me in the face once.
Getting deep in here.
I know, right? Man. Hot takes. I don't know. Yeah, no, going back to the whole like people who don't look the same and look like other people, and how Asians all look the same and how white people all look the same. Shit, where was I going with this? Oh, no. Yeah, getting back to that. What is it that shit, I lost my train of thought again. God damn it. Oh, so like, Exile, Cartoon, those bands, right?
Yeah, sure. Who does it?
Do they need one more person in that fucking band?
No, it's just whatever. Just got to get a news story, right? So that's how you do it.
I guess. I don't know. But it's like AKB48. Why are there 48 members? Does it really need to be 48?
Well, that's a whole different thing, right? Just the more people, the better, right? The more people to, I like that girl, so now I like AKB48, right? There's 48 different options, my friend.
It's too much. That's overkill, though.
Through all the teams, there's like 1,000, right? All the teams, there's Team A, Team B, all that crap.
I mean, like, a normal band is just like 4 people. I mean, like, it's like you have a girl band in America, right? It's just usually 4 people. It never exceeds 4.
Yeah, but I mean, AKB is a different animal, right? Obviously, a successful animal too.
I don't think AKB is as big as it used to be. What do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely not as big as it used to be, but still, they still CDs like no one else because of the amazing gimmick that is. If you want to shake their hand, you got to buy the CD to get the ticket. That's ingenious.
Well, I heard a rumor that they wanted to have AKB48 as like the opening act for the 2020 Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear this?
No.
Okay. Wouldn't that be a great idea?
That'd be awesome, but they'll choose someone safe like SMAP or something, Arashi or something,
Yeah. It's like, you like this band, guys. Pedophiles love them. That's a horrible, horrible way to advertise them. All right. Okay, well, I'm out of questions. Anything else you want to say?
Anything else I want to say?
Any other questions from the chat?
Yeah, let the chat get the last question in here.
Chat get the last questions before we go. James, have you been playing any good games lately? Watching any good movies? Anything I should know?
No, not really.
Questions I should ask James.
Last movie I saw was The Greatest Showman. My wife wanted to see that. That was a pretty good movie.
Was it Hugh Jackman or something?
Hugh Jackman. He's so huge. It's definitely a good movie though. Good songs for sure.
The Stythern says, "What is love?"
Good question. I'll let you handle that one.
It's "Baby, Don't Hurt Me." Yeah, I don't know. What is love? It's a chemical reaction. I don't know. I played Bendy and the Ink Machine. Great game. I streamed it last night. No, not last night. The night before. Great game.
Will you sing the other side? Oh yeah, definitely. Someone said, "Will you sing the other side?" One of the songs. I will.
I don't know the other side. James, why don't you guys keep live streaming for like this for the next 7 hours? So I think James has to sleep
at some point. Yeah.
And James has a cat, so he has to take care of his cat.
Yeah, kids crying and stuff as well. We'll be
wait. What? Like kids cry all the time? Oh, that's true. There was a couple of podcasts where you're like, oh no, there's a kid crying in the background. Just
yeah, it happens.
So
What do you
wait,
want?
on
Oh
your
yeah.
podcast, it reminds me of another question. On your podcast, you
Mm.
always begin it with like, well, I mean, you've changed it now, where you always say your name. It's like coming straight from you from Japan
Yeah,
is James, right?
yeah,
Uh, and then you say James twice. And I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, the whole thing. The reason I had to say that is because I first started. Here's a quick. I'll say fast as possible. When I first started the website, I was still working as ALT, right? And I couldn't make money outside of being an ALT, right? So I changed my
yeah,
name to be something else for the beginning of the podcast. But then when
yeah,
I said "fuck it," I don't care anymore. I had to cut that part. I actually paid for that guy to get a voice. I don't want to pay him again, so I just cut my voice saying that again. I just cut my voice in there saying that part, and editing nightmare. But yeah, that's it. So
huh.
now I said James, and I say
So
James
wait,
twice now.
is this another guy you just know? Another guy who just like took your picture and like, hey,
What you doing? No, that's the guy I
yeah.
paid. It's a guy I found online. Fiverr.com is a great place to
Oh,
find people to do
Fiverr.
stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, he's got a very present. I mean, I don't know, because I feel like I shouldn't do one of those voices because I feel like it's overcompensating. Like, no, bring that cool voice guy back.
Yeah, yeah. His
You
incredible.
feel that way?
Yeah, like oh man, I do not stack up to that. Tokyo Sam has a great question though. I'll let you answer
Yes.
first. I'll answer first, then you answer as the big closer. I think.
Okay.
Where do you want to
Uh,
be in YouTube media wise in 1 year? So I don't care about I don't care about YouTube that much, but media wise, I want to get to. I'll tell you my real goal right now. I
okay.
want to get to 10,000 listens a month. And being honest, right
10,000
now,
listens.
I'm about 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 range. I want to get to 10,000. That's my goal right now in May. What is it? May 24th in 2018. What
Okay.
about you?
I don't know. Make more videos
Make
and
more
get.
videos.
Okay. Biggest thing is I want to get on a time schedule to where I know where I'm comfortable. Like I can do this. I can get this done at a certain time, and I can get this up at a certain time. And I just want to be like where I get everything down to a science. That's
That's good.
basically it.
You should,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
you
trying
should
to shoot for.
have a goal like of a number, right? So you want to put up, I want to put out 20 videos, something like that would be better, right?
I guess that's true. Because I was going to try to set out like I want to do at least 12 video essays a year because they at least take me 1 month to make one. But now I'm finding that it's like, no, I got to do this weekend. I can't do that, that sort of thing. And I mean, sometimes I put it off, or sometimes I make excuses. But I want to do better. I want to make the stuff. That's the overall goal. Get all these YouTube stuff down to a science. Make stuff, that I've just been, what's the word? Eager to make,
Mm.
It's just sort of like, I mean, like when Sam was like, actually, we can talk about Tico Sam here since he's in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Tico Sam says, I want to get 100,000 subscribers at least, $2,000 a month from AdSense/Patreon.
Good goals.
Yeah.
Number
No, anyway,
goals.
actually, I was working with Sam, and he didn't make as many videos as he's doing now. Now he's really prolific, and he's always on Twitch and making TK rants and doing all this stuff. And I mean, I'm really glad that he did all that because it shows that he got everything out that he really wanted to make, and he started to realize that there are certain things that he was doing that he realized wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw stuff like from him where he makes stuff where he's like, I got to put more women in the videos. And so he puts tons of women in the videos. I mean, yeah, women does equal clicks. He's right.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing less and less of women in the videos. And I was thinking, I like these videos where there's not women in the thumbnail. I don't know. I'm not sure what his thought process is, but I'm definitely seeing that he's gotten more into the groove, of it, because he's not working the same job I was doing 2 years ago.
Yeah, I can say that too. I think Tokyo Sam. I know you probably don't care about our opinion, but I think you're best when you're showing your opinion, right? And you don't need all the bullshit. When you're just saying your opinion, just talking, that's when you really. I think your stuff is the best. So too, I like that. That change too.
Right.
Good question. Good question from Hannah from Hannah Noble there. What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? I'll let you handle that one.
What is the answer to life? I don't know. I feel like saying something really crude and awful. I don't know. Get laid. I don't know.
There you go.
Find your soulmate. Do that thing you do.
Mm-hmm.
That'll do, pig. That'll do. I don't know.
I like that one. That's the one to stick with. Where would you have your ashes spread in Japan? I would probably say the first city I came to in Japan for sure, somewhere around there.
Wait,
If
wait, wait.
if I had to get a spread in Japan,
Oh, I see. I'd probably want my ashes put into a burrito and force my son to eat it.
Japan Taco Bell for sure.
Japan Taco Bell. No, I said my son, but okay.
Yeah,
I know that's kind of morbid. That's really morbid. Yeah, I don't know. What in all seriousness, what is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? Answer to life. I don't know. I got to go with something silly, but it does have a lot of meaning to it. I'm gonna say, do that thing you do.
there you go. Have
Stick
fun.
with that. Uh, this is
42.
all
42
right.
is the correct answer in that movie, right?
The Stivern says, "Where would you have your at?" Oh no, you said that. You said that.
Yeah.
Fuck. There's one more thing I want to ask you before we. I think you got stuff to do, right, James?
Well, I mean, yeah, we should finish not too long from now, but yeah, I'm down if anyone has any
Wait, wait, wait,
questions.
wait, 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 wait. Hannah says it's 42. What's your reasoning for 42?
It's the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, that's
answers
right.
that question.
That's
42. Right. Thanks for all the fish while you're at it.
That's right. It's a number that's chosen at random, right?
Yeah,
it's absurdism, right?
I forget the movie, to be honest.
Because I mean, it sounds like something you just say. The answer to life is 5. You know?
Yeah.
Like something really absurd. To me, like, or at least that's the impression I get when I hear like the answer to life, especially when it comes from Douglas Adams. It's sort of like the answer to life is 37. You know, that sort of thing. James is not cultured. Man. Hot takes on James.
No, she's from Discord too, so we have to make fun of each other level.
Oh, I see.
Tokyo Sam was a good point though. Like if you, let's not to harp on this too long. But the more you make stuff, right, the more you can learn what sucks and what doesn't, right? So, but if you don't, make enough, you can't ever get to that point, right? It's like you make 10 videos. Oh, this kind of sucks. I'll try something else. If you do it every week, you're way faster than if you make a video every 3 months or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you something. Was the TQ Sam interview, was that a big hit with your audience?
I can tell you. Hold on.
Wow. No, I didn't want to ask for numbers. I mean, like,
I say if it's like comparatively. I'm not sure actually. Let me see. No, I don't really check about like individual.
Well, I can tell it had an impression on you because you mentioned it more than one podcast.
Well, yeah, because the guy I interviewed the week after that was the one he suggested. And that was really awesome. The guy that does all Japanese all the time guy.
Oh, that's right. That's true. I listened to that one.
That was Tokyo Sam's suggestion. It was really good. That guy really has the burning desire to do Japanese, like I used to have, but sadly it left me. Time left me.
You are a guest in my reality. Was that from the game? I think that was from the game. The pickup artist book.
You are a guest in my reality. Wish you could elaborate on that.
Good book, by the way. I don't know. Some people like to make fun of it. That's fine. Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. I can say one thing.
Did you get the numbers?
I'm getting so bring it up. Just keep vamping. Keep vamping here.
All right. Okay. Vamping for a bit. James. Okay. We were talking about video games. I guess I'll tell you my favorite video games.
Yeah. Go.
I guess Sonic the Hedgehog. I guess I got to say that because it was my first video game. Earthworm Jim.
Okay.
Earthworm Jim's good. Another World. Did you ever play that?
Another World? Oh yeah, definitely. That's the one where you if you mess up, you kind of it's like a different planet, and you got to like there's different things you got to memorize everything, right? If you don't memorize it, you're effed, right?
Right. Well, I mean, it was what's his name, Hideo Kojima, who made Metal Gear Solid. That was his main influence for Metal Gear Solid. It was Another World. Have the numbers here. I finally have get it. Okay. All right.
It's a comparable to all the other episodes, to be honest.
It's comparable.
Not incredibly up or not incredibly down. There you go.
Okay.
On par, I'll say.
I see. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I was just curious.
I think we're in the matrix of the world. I can say I work from home now too, and I can say that working from home is not good for your Japanese at all. My Japanese has went down the drain.
Oh yeah. No, because you're so sheltered.
And even though I'm doing translation, right? I'm doing Japanese all the time. It's in this kind of this world. So all the other world of like even like normal conversations go straight down. It's not good. I got to work on that. That's one thing I got to work on. Is getting more time to go out of this cave here.
Yeah, well, it's fun staying in your man cave.
Yeah, but also like when you're working from home, you feel like if you're not working, like I could be upstairs working, right? But you can't do that. You got to spend time with the fam. It's not easy. It's not easy. I thought it'd be easy, but it's not easy.
Right, that's true. Okay. Chris Otaku says, you remember your first video game? Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure that was Sonic. Do you remember your first video game?
I remember watching my dad play Metroid on the regular Nintendo, the first Nintendo.
Oh,
Like it was too
Metroid.
difficult for
Yeah.
me, but he could play it, so I just watched him play.
That game kind of scared me a bit.
Oh yeah, that was no joke. No, this music is really light. The black background. It's
It
not good.
really, yeah, the music really, really does a lot for a video game, you know? Because it's like I was looking at Alone in the Dark. You know Alone in the Dark?
Mhm.
I mean, it's just like you look at the graphics on that stuff and you're like, ugh. And like you're probably kids are like, you thought this was scary? You're a pussy, man.
Yeah, now, yeah. So now every game tries to be like this kind of big. I want our soundtrack to be the biggest thing in the world, as orchestral, as epic as possible. But not being epic is also a thing, right? Being minimalist is also can make a game awesome.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's a good place to end it.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining the chat. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I probably will do this again next week, hopefully with Eric Surf 6. Not sure where he went. He stopped commenting. I guess we scared him away.
We bored him, so he ran away. That's fine.
No, we didn't bore him. We just didn't want to hear about millennials. Nobody ever, well, I don't know. Maybe people get bored. Who knows? But he's always doing stuff. Well, it was kind of funny. It was like I was talking to him. He's like, he goes, "Nah, I'm lazy. I'm just lazy." I'm like, "You're not lazy. You surf and you do videos and you
Yeah, he
whatever."
always is doing something. It looks like, it's like, oh, today I
Yeah,
went skydiving. Oh, today I went surfing. It's like, yeah, he always doing something.
I don't think I could keep up with him. I don't know. That's the impression I got when I was hanging out with him last weekend. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm going to be in one of his Eric mealtime videos.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hype train starts there.
All right.
But let me say too, thanks for people that came for coming out for sure. Live, it was awesome. Thanks for coming, all the people from Discord and everyone else.
Yeah. All right. So the very last question I'm going to ask is anything you want to say before we go, before I end the broadcast, before I hit the stop button?
Afraid not.
Afraid not. All right. There's one thing I will say is if you're ever eating food and it's really bland tasting, just take a big bite out of your tongue to give it an extra salty flavor.
We let it go there? Or, okay.
Yeah, we're going to let it go there. All right. Bye.
You guys rock.